You die today if you don't pay me everything you owe. Immediately. The voice cuts through the luxury penthouse like a death sentence. Cold, precise, final. Ryu Ji-hoon stands at the floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Lagos at night. Victoria Island spreads below him like a carpet of lights. The Atlantic Ocean, dark beyond. His penthouse sits at the top of the most expensive building in Echo Atlantic City. Everything glass and steel and money. He doesn't turn around, doesn't need to. He knows the man on his knees behind him is terrified, can hear it in the ragged breathing, the quiet sobbing. Femi Adeyemi, 55 years old, small-time import business owner, borrowed N50 million naira from Ji-hoon's organization 6 months ago, promised to pay back in 3 months with interest. That was 6 months ago. Please, Femi begs, his Yoruba accent thick even in English. Please, Mr. Ryu, I just need more time, just small time. I get the money, I swear. Ji-hoon finally turns, slowly, like a predator deciding whether to kill quickly or make it hurt. He's 32, tall, 6'2", lean but muscular under his tailored black suit, pale skin that stands out in Lagos, sharp features, eyes so dark they're almost black, hair styled perfectly, not a strand out of place. He looks like money, looks like power, looks like death in expensive clothes. You've had time, Ji-hoon says. His English is perfect, no accent. He's lived in Lagos half his life, 6 months. Every deadline you make promises, every promise you break. 2 bodyguards stand behind Femi, silent, waiting for orders. I have a daughter, Femi cries. She needs me. Please, you cannot kill me. She has nobody else. You should have thought about your daughter before you gambled away money that wasn't yours. Ji-hoon's voice doesn't rise, doesn't need to. The quiet is more terrifying than any shout. Before you made promises to me, you had no intention of keeping. I did intend. The business, it fell through. My partner, he disappeared with the goods. I lost everything. I was going to pay you back, but... Excuses. The single word silences Femi. I don't accept excuses, Ji-hoon continues. I accept payment, N50 million naira. Plus 6 months interest. That's N65 million total. You have 24 hours. Femi makes a sound. Broken. Hopeless. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have any money. Everything is gone. Then you die tomorrow. Ji-hoon nods to his bodyguards. They lift Femi to his feet. The older man's legs barely hold him. 24 hours, Ji-hoon repeats. He pulls a business card from his pocket, tosses it. It lands on the marble floor at Femi's feet. Tomorrow, 8 p.m., this address. Have my money or I take your life. The bodyguards drag Femi to the elevator. The doors close on his sobbing. Silence. Ji-hoon returns to the windows. Looks out at Lagos, the city he's built his empire in, the city that fears him. He feels nothing. Not pity, not guilt. Just cold. Satisfaction that business is handled. He has no idea that in 23 hours, everything will change. 23 hours later, Ivory Adeyemi sits on the floor of her small bedroom in Surulere, her father's modest house. 2 bedrooms, cracked walls, leaking roof. But it's home. The only home she's known for 24 years. And tomorrow it might become her father's tomb. She's tried everything. This morning, 3 banks. All rejected her father's loan application. No collateral, no credit, no hope. This afternoon, family members, uncles, aunts, cousins, everyone has excuses. Times are hard, money is tight. Sorry, but we can't help. Evening, the church. Pastor prayed for them, offered words of comfort. But no money. The offering box can't hold N65 million naira. Now it's 7 p.m., 1 hour before the deadline. Her father sits in the living room, not crying anymore, past crying, just staring at the wall waiting for death. Run, he told her an hour ago. Take what little money we have and run. Change your name, go to Abuja or Port Harcourt, somewhere he can't find you. She refused. Where you go, I go, she said. Then we both die tomorrow. No. The word was quiet but final. She has a plan. A terrible plan. A plan that makes her want to vomit just thinking about it. But it's the only plan left. She goes to the bathroom, strips off her clothes, stands under the shower. The water is cold. They can't afford to heat it. She scrubs her skin until it's raw, trying to wash away what she's about to do before she even does it. When she gets out, she looks at herself in the cracked mirror. 24 years old. University of Lagos student. Final year business administration. Smart. Good grades. Good girl. Virgin. Saving herself for marriage. For love. For someone who deserves her. Not for this. She opens her mother's old trunk. Her mother died 9 years ago. Cancer. They couldn't afford treatment, just like they can't afford this debt. Inside the trunk, her mother's best Ankara wrapper. Deep purple with gold patterns. Beautiful. Expensive for their family. Her mother wore it to special occasions. Ivory pulls it out, wraps it around her chest, ties it at her back, then wraps another around her waist. Nothing underneath. No bra, no underwear, just skin and fabric. Traditional, modest in appearance, but provocative in this context. She's offering her body. Might as well make it easy for him to take. The thought makes bile rise in her throat. She swallows it down, braids her hair quickly. No makeup, bare feet. She'll put on slippers in the taxi. She writes a note for her father. I'm handling it. Trust me, I love you. Don't come looking for me. Then she takes the business card her father dropped on the table earlier. The address printed in clean black letters. Penthouse, Eco Atlantic City, Plot 1A. She calls for a taxi using the last money in her account. The driver gives her a strange look when she gets in. Wrapped in, Ankara. Bare feet. Going to Eco Atlantic at 7:30 p.m. She doesn't explain. The drive takes 40 minutes. Traffic. Lagos traffic is always terrible. She watches the city change outside her window. From Surulère's crowded streets and modest buildings to Victoria Island's luxury, and finally to Eco Atlantic's brand new development. Glass buildings, perfect roads, security everywhere. This is where Nigeria's richest live, where expats and criminals and businessmen hide behind money and power, where Ryu Ji-hoon lives. The taxi drops her at the building. She pays, tips with money she doesn't have, stands outside looking up. The building seems to touch the sky. She's never been somewhere this expensive, this intimidating. Security guards notice her. One approaches. What new they find? What are you looking for? His pidgin English is automatic. She's clearly not from here. I'm here to see Mr. Ryu, she says. Her voice shakes. About business. The guard looks her up and down. Wrapper, bare feet, terrified eyes. He knows what kind of business. He makes a call, speaks rapid Korean into his radio, then nods. Top floor, penthouse, elevator goes straight up. She enters the building. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, air conditioning so cold she shivers. The elevator is glass. She can see Lagos spreading below as it climbs. Higher, higher, higher. Her heart pounds so hard she thinks it might break through her ribs. The doors open directly into his home. Not a hallway, not a foyer, just straight into the penthouse. She steps out onto marble so white it glows. The space is massive. Open. Minimalist. Black furniture, white walls, floor-to-ceiling windows showing the Atlantic Ocean and Lagos lights. It's beautiful, it's terrifying, and standing at the windows with his back to her is Ryu Ji-hoon. Where's your father? His voice is flat, emotionless. He doesn't turn around. Ivory's throat is dry. She tries to speak, can't, tries again. He's not coming. Why not? Because I came instead. Now he turns, slowly, the way a predator turns when it hears something unexpected. His eyes land on her, travel from her face down her body and back up. She feels naked even though she's covered. Feels exposed, violated just by his gaze. He's taller than she expected. More beautiful. Korean features sharp and perfect. Expensive suit that probably costs more than her father's entire debt. Hair styled like a model. But his eyes are empty. Cold. Dead. Why are you here? He asks. Her voice breaks. She clears her throat. To offer myself for the debt. Please spare my father's life. Silence. He stares at her. Really stares. like he's trying to figure out if this is real. You're offering me your body for N65 million naira? She nods. Can't speak. He moves closer, circles her, looking at her from every angle. She stands still, trembling, trying not to cry. How old are you? 24. Student? Yes. University of Lagos. Virgin? The word makes her flinch, but she nods. He stops in front of her. So close she can smell his cologne. Expensive, foreign. Look at me. She lifts her eyes, meets his gaze. His expression is unreadable. Not lustful, not disgusted, just calculating. You understand what you're offering? He asks quietly. Yes. One night with me. Your body. Your innocence. In exchange for your father's debt. Yes. And you think that's a fair trade? She doesn't know how to answer that. Nothing about this is fair. It's all I have to give, she whispers. More silence. He's studying her face, her eyes, looking for something. What's your name? Ivory. Ivory Adeyemi. Ivory. He repeats it, tastes it, like he's deciding if he likes how it sounds. Then he steps back. No. The word hits her like a slap. No? She repeats, confused, terrified. I don't want one night. Then what? How many nights? A week? A month? I'll do whatever. Marry me. The world stops. Ivory's brain can't process the words, can't make them make sense. What? Marry me. Real marriage. Legal. 2 years minimum. Your father's debt disappears. He gets protection from my enemies. You get a monthly allowance. Education paid for. After 2 years, we divorce. You're free. She's shaking her head. This doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Why would you? That's not your concern. Do we have a deal or not? I came here to give you one night, not my whole life. One night is worth nothing to me. A wife? That's valuable. But why me? You could marry anyone, someone from your world, someone Korean, someone... I have my reasons, none of which concerns you. He checks his watch. Expensive. Rolex, probably. You have 60 seconds to decide. After that, your father's time is up and this offer disappears. Wait. She's crying now. Can't help it. If I agree, do I have to? She can't finish the question. Separate bedrooms, he says. Clinical, businesslike. I will never touch you without explicit permission. This is a contract. Business arrangement, not a real marriage. Then why marriage at all? 50 seconds. Please just tell me why. 45 seconds. She's trapped. Completely, utterly trapped. Marriage or her father dies. 2 years of her life or her father's death tomorrow. If I say yes, she asks desperately, my father is safe. The debt is completely gone? Completely. He'll never have to worry about money again. I'll make sure of it. And after 2 years, I'm free? No strings. Free. 30 seconds. Her mind is racing. 2 years, 24 months. It's not forever. She can survive 2 years. She can survive anything if it means her father lives. Okay. The word comes out broken, barely audible. Say it clearly. She takes a shaking breath. Okay. Yes, I'll marry you. Something flickers in his eyes. Satisfaction, maybe. Or victory. Good. Contract will be ready tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Be here. Don't be late. What do I tell my father? Tell him the debt is cleared. Tell him he's safe. Don't mention the marriage until after we're legally bound. Why not? Because he'll try to stop you, and I don't want to have to kill him to get my wife. The casual way he says it, like murder is just another Tuesday, makes her blood run cold. You can go now, he says, dismissing her. Car will take you home. She turns toward the elevator, legs shaking so badly she can barely walk. Ivory. She stops, doesn't turn around. Welcome to your new life, Mrs. Ryu. The elevator doors close on his cold smile. 9 a.m. Ivory returns to the penthouse, this time wearing normal clothes. Modest yellow dress that covers her knees, her church dress. The nicest thing she owns. She didn't sleep last night. Couldn't. Just lay in bed staring at the ceiling, wondering what she'd agreed to. Her father asked where she went. She lied. Said she went to a friend's house to pray. This morning, he woke up to a bank alert. and 10 million naira deposited in his account. He cried. Thought it was a miracle. God answering prayers. Ivory said nothing. Let him believe it. Now she's back in the penthouse. The bodyguard from last night, tall, muscular, scar across his left cheek, escorts her to the living room. Ji-hoon is there, standing, not sitting, still in all black, different suit, same cold expression. A man sits at the glass dining table, older, Nigerian, expensive Agbada, lawyer. This is Barrister Okonkwo, Ji-hoon says. He's prepared our contract. Ivory sits. The lawyer slides a thick document across the table. Please read carefully, the lawyer says. His voice is kind but professional. This is a legally binding agreement. Ivory reads. Her hands shake holding the papers. Marriage contract. Between Ryu Ji-hoon and Ivory Adeyemi terms. Duration. Minimum 2 years from date of legal marriage. Miss Adeyemi will reside with Mr. Ryu after wedding ceremony. Separate bedrooms will be maintained unless both parties agree otherwise. Miss Adeyemi will receive N500,000 monthly allowance. All education and medical expenses for Miss Adeyemi will be covered by Mr. Ryu. Mr. Femi Adeyemi's debt of N65 million is hereby cleared in full. Mr. Femi Adeyemi will receive protection from Mr. Ryu's organization. Miss Adeyemi will appear as loving wife in all public settings. Miss Adeyemi will not discuss the true nature of this arrangement with anyone. Miss Adeyemi will not entertain romantic attention from other men during contract period. Upon contract completion, minimum 2 years, divorce will be granted. Miss Adeyemi will receive N20 million settlement payment upon divorce. If Miss Adeyemi breaks contract terms, all benefits are void, and Mr. Femi Adeyemi's debt returns with interest. Ivory reads it twice, 3 times. It's real. This is really happening. I have questions, she says quietly. Ji-hoon nods. What happens if you break the contract? I won't. But what if you do? The lawyer answers. Mr. Ryu agrees to pay triple the settlement, and 60 million to you, and your father's debt remains cleared regardless. So if he breaks it, I win. If I break it, my father dies. Exactly, Ji-hoon says. That's not fair. Life isn't fair. But this contract is more generous than you deserve. The words sting, but they're probably true. When is the wedding? She asks. 1 week from today. Civil ceremony at Ikoyi Registry. Small, just necessary witnesses. Can my father come? Yes, he can attend. But you don't tell him about the contract until after we're legally married. Why? Because he'll try to stop you. Try to be noble and sacrifice himself instead. And I don't have time for that drama. Ivory looks at the contract again. 2 years, and 500,000 a month. Education paid. Father safe and protected. 2 years of her life for his survival. She picks up the pen. Signs. Her signature looks shaky on the paper, like her hand was trembling too badly to write straight. It was. The lawyer witnesses. Stamps. Files it in his briefcase. Congratulations, he says, though his eyes are sad, like he knows this isn't really congratulations. Ji-hoon doesn't shake her hand, doesn't smile, just nods. You'll receive further instructions about the wedding. Dress will be delivered to your house in 3 days. Don't lose it. Don't alter it. Just wear it. Okay. Do you have questions? She has 1,000, but asks the most important one. Do you love anyone? He looks at her. Really looks. And for the first time, she sees something in his eyes besides cold calculation. Pain. Old pain. Buried deep. No, he says finally. And I never will. Don't confuse this arrangement with romance. We're business partners. Nothing more. Understood. Good. You can go now. She stands, legs still shaking, walks to the elevator. As the doors close, she sees him standing at the windows again, alone, like he's always alone. And she wonders what kind of man buys a wife instead of earning one. 1 week later. Ikoyi Registry Office. Small building, government officials moving slowly through paperwork. Ivory stands in the waiting area wearing the dress Ji-hoon sent her. It's beautiful. Simple white dress. Not a wedding gown. Just elegant white. Fits her perfectly. He somehow knew her exact size without asking. Her father stands beside her, wearing his best agbada. Still doesn't understand what's happening. She told him 3 days ago. Sat him down, said, "I'm getting married." He thought she was joking. Then she showed him the dress, the invitation, the registry appointment. "To who?" he asked. Shocked. "You don't have a boyfriend. His name is Ryu Ji-hoon." Her father went pale. "The man I owe money to?" "Owed. Past tense. The debt is cleared. He cares about me. We're getting married. Lies. All lies." But her father was so relieved the debt was gone that he didn't ask too many questions. Now they wait. Ji-hoon arrives exactly at 10 a.m. On time, always on time. He wears all black, suit, tie, shoes, like he's going to a funeral, not a wedding. 4 bodyguards with him, his lawyer, 2 witnesses, people Ivory doesn't know. Her father approaches Ji-hoon. Nervous. "Thank you," he says in Yoruba. Then English. "Thank you for loving my daughter, for clearing my debt, for being good man." Ji-hoon's expression doesn't change, just nods. "Your daughter is special," he says. "The lie comes easy. I'll take care of her." They're called into the registry office. The ceremony is mechanical, cold, fast, government official reading from a script. "Do you, Ryu Ji-hoon, take this woman?" "I do." "Do you, Ivory Adeyemi, take this man?" "I do." Her voice shakes. "By the power vested in me by the Federal Republic of Nigeria, papers signed, stamps applied, witnesses signing. You may kiss the bride." Ji-hoon looks at Ivory. She looks back. They don't kiss. He just nods. Done. They're married. Her father cries, happy tears, thinking his daughter found love and security. If only he knew. Outside the registry, Ji-hoon's car waits. Black Mercedes. Tinted windows. "Your things?" he asks Ivory. "1 suitcase, in my father's car." His bodyguard retrieves it, puts it in the Mercedes trunk. Her father hugs her. Long, tight. "Be happy, Omomi, my daughter. Be very happy." She hugs him back, trying not to cry. "I will, Papa, I promise." Another lie. She gets in the Mercedes. Ji-hoon gets in beside her. Her father waves as they drive away. She watches him disappear through the rear window and realizes she just left the only home she's ever known, for a prison made of marble and lies. Wait. Before we see Ivory's first night as a contract wife, pause for just a second. I want to hear from you, my Soul Heart Stories family. Drop a comment right now and tell me, how's your day going? What time is it where you are? Where in the world are you watching from? Shout out your country or city. And if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button right now to officially join the Soul Heart Stories family. We're serving up addictive Afro-Korean romance stories with diverse leads, impossible choices, and plot twists that'll have you screaming. Now let's get back to Ivory and Ji-hoon because her first night in his penthouse is about to get very uncomfortable. The penthouse looks different in daylight. Still massive, still cold. But the floor-to-ceiling windows let in so much sun that everything glows white. Lagos spreads below, the Atlantic Ocean beyond. From up here, the city looks beautiful, organized, clean. Nothing like the real Lagos. The crowded streets, the noise, the chaos she's used to. Ji-hoon leads her through the space. Tour guide voice, detached, living room, kitchen, you can cook if you want, dining area, my office. He points to a closed black door. Never enter, ever. Understood? She nods. They continue. Master bedroom. His room. Door open just enough for her to see. Massive bed. All black sheets. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Attached bathroom. Then he opens another door. Guest bedroom, your room. It's beautiful. White everything. Queen bed. Soft carpet. Attached bathroom with marble counters. It's bigger than her entire house in Surulere. "This is where I sleep?" she asks. "Yes." She sets her suitcase down. One small suitcase. Everything she owns fits in one bag. It looks pathetic in this huge, expensive room. "Rules," Ji-hoon says. He's leaning against the door frame, arms crossed, face expressionless. 1. Stay out of my office and my bedroom unless invited. 2. Don't answer the door unless I tell you we're expecting someone. 3. Don't tell anyone about our arrangement. As far as the world knows, we're happily married. 4. When I need you for public appearances, you'll be ready. Dress how I tell you. Act how I tell you. Smile when I tell you. 5. You're my wife in name. Not in bed, not in heart. Keep that clear. She swallows. Okay. Do you have questions? What do you expect from me? Day to day? Nothing. Live your life. Cook if you want. Study. Watch TV. I don't care. Just be available when I need you for appearances. Will you be home often? No, I work late. Most nights I won't be here until after midnight. Sometimes not at all. So I'll be alone here. You'll be safe here. That's what matters. He turns to leave. Ji-hun. He stops. Looks back. Why did you really marry me? I told you. That's not your concern. But the conversation is over. He leaves. Door closing behind him. Ivory sits on the edge of the white bed, looks around the beautiful empty room, and cries. The first week is the loneliest of Ivory's life. Ji-hun leaves before sunrise, returns after midnight, sometimes doesn't come home at all. She wakes in the white bedroom alone, explores the penthouse. Everything is hers to use, but nothing feels like hers. The kitchen is massive. Marble counters, top-of-the-line appliances, restaurant-quality everything. She cooks. It's something to do. Jollof rice, the way her mother taught her. Egusi soup, fried plantain, pepper soup. She sets a place for Ji-hun at the dining table. He never comes home to eat it. She eats alone, watching Lagos through the windows. Millions of people down there living their lives. And she's up here in a golden cage. Her phone buzzes. Friends from university. Where have you been? Class is starting soon, oh. She types replies. Deletes them. Can't explain. I got married. Too complicated. Family emergency. We'll be back soon. Another lie. She enrolls in online classes instead. Ji-hun's lawyer sent her the information. University of Lagos Distance Learning Program. Business Administration, final year. Someone arranged it without asking her, paid the fees without telling her. The money appears in her bank account every month. N$500,000, exactly as the contract stated. She sends N$300,000 to her father. He calls, crying. You don't have to do this. I'm fine now. I want to, Papa. Please take it. He takes it. Thanks, God. Thanks, Ji-hun. Doesn't know his daughter sold herself for 2 years to save his life. Week 2. She tries to establish routine. Morning, study. Afternoon, cook. Evening, wait. Wait for what? She doesn't know. For Ji-hun to come home? He doesn't. For her life to feel real? It doesn't. For this to stop feeling like a prison? It won't. She stands at the windows at night, watches the city lights, wonders if she made the right choice. Her father is alive, safe, protected. That's what matters. But God, she's lonely. Week 3. She finds small things that belong to Ji-hun scattered around the penthouse. A book on the coffee table, Korean title she can't read, a coffee mug in the sink. He was home, she was asleep. A jacket on the back of a chair. Smells like his cologne. She touches these things like they're clues to who he is. But they tell her nothing. He's a ghost, living in the same space but never seen. One night she can't sleep, gets up at 2 a.m., wanders to the kitchen for water, stops. He's there, sitting at the kitchen island in the dark. Tie loosened, jacket off, sleeves rolled up, drinking something, whiskey probably. She freezes, not sure if she should speak or disappear. He sees her, doesn't react, just takes another sip. Can't sleep? He asks. His voice is different, tired, less cold. No, you? Never sleep well. She moves to the fridge, gets water. Her hands shake, pouring it into a glass. The silence is heavy but not hostile. You cooked, he says, gestures to containers of food in the fridge. Yes, you didn't eat. I was working. You're always working. That's how I stay alive in this business. She drinks her water, wants to ask him things, doesn't. He stands, rinses his glass, turns to leave, stops. The jollof was good. Her heart does something strange, flutters. You tried it? Yesterday, late, you were asleep. He tried her food, came home, ate what she cooked. She smiles. Small, can't help it. Thank you. He nods, leaves, disappears into his bedroom. And Ivory goes back to her room thinking maybe, just maybe, he's not entirely a ghost. Week 4. Friday evening. 6 p.m. Ji-hoon comes home early for the first time since the wedding. Ivory is studying at the dining table, textbooks and laptops spread everywhere. She looks up, surprised. "You're home. We have dinner tonight. Business associates." He sets a garment bag on the table. "Wear this. Be ready by 7. She opens the bag, gasps. The dress is stunning. Deep emerald green. Korean-inspired design, but modern. Fitted bodice, flowing skirt, elegant. It's beautiful. It should fit. I had your measurements from the wedding dress. How did you know my size? I'm observant." He leaves her to get ready. 7 p.m. Ivory stands in front of the mirror in her room. The dress fits perfectly, hugs her curves, makes her dark skin glow against the green. She's braided her hair into an elegant bun. Minimal makeup, small gold, earrings. She looks like someone who belongs in Ji-hoon's world, but she doesn't feel like it. He's waiting in the living room, sees her. His eyes travel from her face down her body. Something flickers in his expression. Appreciation, maybe. Desire. Then it's gone. Back to neutral. Good. Let's go. The restaurant is on Lagos Island. Top floor of a luxury hotel. Panoramic views, soft lighting, classical music. Everyone here is rich, powerful, dangerous probably. Ji-hoon's hand settles on the small of her back, guiding her. The touch burns through the thin fabric of her dress. A table waits. 5 men already seated. 4 Korean, 1 Nigerian. They stand when Ji-hoon approaches. "Gentlemen," Ji-hoon says, "allow me to introduce my wife, Ivory." The shock on their faces is immediate. "Wife?" one of the Korean men says. His English has a heavy accent. "When did you marry?" "Last month." Ji-hoon pulls out Ivory's chair. She sits. He sits beside her, close. The men stare at her. Some curious, some hostile. The oldest Korean man, silver hair, expensive suit, cold eyes, speaks in Korean to Ji-hoon. Ji-hoon responds in Korean, short, sharp. The man's face darkens. He switches to English. For Ivory's benefit, probably. "Your family knows about this? They know. And they approve." I don't need approval. Tension crackles across the table. The Nigerian man, younger, friendly face, smiles at Ivory. "Congratulations. You're very beautiful." "Thank you," she says quietly. "What do you do?" he asks. "I'm finishing university. Business administration. Smart and beautiful." Ji-hoon is lucky man. Ji-hoon's hand moves from the table to Ivory's thigh under the table. Possessive. Claiming. She jumps slightly. He doesn't remove his hand. Dinner is served. Ivory barely tastes the food. The conversation flows around her. Business, shipments, territories, coded language she doesn't fully understand, but she understands the looks. The Korean men don't approve of her, don't hide their disdain. The Nigerian man is polite but careful. And Ji-hoon's hand stays on her thigh the entire meal, thumb occasionally stroking, reminding her she's his, reminding them she's his. After dinner, as they walk to the car, she speaks. "They hate me. They hate that I married outside our culture. Why did you bring me then? To make a point? What point? That I do what I want, and no one controls me. So I'm a statement, you're my wife. Same thing." The drive home is silent, but his hand finds hers in the dark car. Holds it. She doesn't pull away. When they reach the penthouse, he releases her immediately. "You did well tonight," he says, then disappears into his room, leaving her standing in the living room, wondering why his hand holding hers felt more intimate than anything else in her life. Weeks 5 through 8 blur together. Ivory settles into her new life, studies, cooks, waits. Ji-hoon comes home more often now, not every night, but more. Sometimes they eat together. He asks about her classes. She asks about his day. He never gives real answers, just, "It was fine. Work, the usual." But he's there, present, less ghost-like. One evening, she's cooking a goosey soup. He enters the kitchen, watches. "What are you making?" "Egusi. It's a Nigerian soup, very rich. Very good. I've never had it. You should try." He moves closer, peers into the pot. Steam rises carrying the scent of palm oil and ground melon seeds. Smells good. She ladles some into a bowl, adds pounded yam, hands it to him. He tastes it, expression neutral. Then, this thing day burst brain. The pidgin English from his mouth surprises her, makes her laugh. You speak pidgin? I've lived in Lagos for 15 years. Of course I speak pidgin. Say something else. When I go talk, make I yarn say your food day campe. Your food is excellent. She's grinning now. Full smile. And he's almost smiling. Almost. The moment stretches. Comfortable. Warm. Then his phone rings. Always his phone. He answers. Speaks rapid Korean. Tone shifting from warm to ice cold. He leaves the kitchen, the food forgotten. But Ivory keeps smiling, because for 3 minutes they felt like real people, not contract partners. Another night. She's on the balcony, late, can't sleep. Lagos spreads below, never fully dark, always moving, always alive. She hears the door open behind her. Doesn't turn. Jihoon joins her at the railing, silent. They stand like that, side by side, not touching, just existing together. Do you miss it? He asks finally. Miss what? Your old life. Surulere. Your father's house. Freedom. She thinks about it, honestly. I miss my father. I miss my friends. I miss feeling like I belonged somewhere. You don't belong here? I don't know where I belong anymore. He nods, like he understands. I've never belonged anywhere either. Even in Korea? Especially in Korea. My family, they wanted me to be something I wasn't, so I left. Built my own empire here. But I'm still not Korean enough for them and too Korean for Lagos. You're in between. Always. She looks at him. Really looks. Sees the loneliness she feels reflected in his face. Maybe that's why you chose me. Another person in between. Maybe. They stand in silence until the night gets too cold. Both return inside, to separate rooms, separate beds. But something shifted on that balcony. Recognition, understanding. 2 people trapped between worlds finding each other. Month 2. Tuesday afternoon. Ivory is home alone. Jihoon is at a meeting. Won't be back until late. She's in the kitchen making pepper soup, catfish, hot enough to clear sinuses. The elevator dings. She freezes. Jihoon never comes home this early, and he always texts first. Voices, Korean, multiple people, angry. Her heart pounds. She turns off the stove, wipes her hands on a dish towel, walks carefully toward the living room, stops. 4 people stand in the penthouse, 2 men, 2 women, all Korean, all expensive clothes, all furious. The older man, 60-something, silver hair, tailored suit that probably costs a car, sees her first. His eyes narrow. Who are you? Ivory's throat is dry. I live here. Where is Jihoon? He's not home. When will he return? I don't know. He doesn't tell me his schedule. The woman, elegant, 50s, perfect makeup, cold eyes. Looks Ivory up and down. Says something in Korean to the man. The tone is disgusted. Ivory doesn't need translation to understand. The younger man, mid-30s, handsome, angry, pulls out his phone, calls someone, speaks rapid Korean, hangs up. He's coming, the young man says in English. Now we wait. Who are you? Ivory asks, trying to sound braver than she feels. The older man smiles. No warmth in it. I'm Ryu Dae-hyun, Jihoon's father. This is his mother, Min Seo, his older brother, Sung Min, and Sung Min's wife, Hai Won. Ivory's stomach drops. His family. The family he never talks about. The family he left Korea to escape. They're here. Sit, Dae-hyun commands. It's not a request. Ivory sits on the edge of the couch. They remain standing, towering over her. Interrogation positions. What is your name? Min Seo asks. Her English is perfect. Accent but clear. Ivory Adeyemi. You're Nigerian. Yes, and you live here, in my son's home. Yes. Min Seo's laugh is cruel. Of course, he always did have taste for exotic things. How much is he paying you? Excuse me? To warm his bed. How much? Ivory stands, anger overriding fear. I'm not warming his bed. I'm his wife. The silence is deafening. All 4 of them stare at her, shocked, horrified, disbelieving. Wife? Dae-hyun repeats. The word sounds like poison in his mouth. Yes, we married 2 months ago. No. Min Seo shakes her head violently. No, you're lying. He wouldn't. He wouldn't disgrace us like this. The elevator dings again. Ji-hoon steps out, sees his family, sees Ivory standing, sees the war about to explode. His face goes cold, colder than Ivory's ever seen. Get out, he says. Quiet, deadly. We're not going anywhere, Dae-hyun says. Not until you explain this disaster. He gestures at Ivory like she's garbage. Ji-hoon moves to Ivory's side. Doesn't touch her but stands close. Protective positioning. There's nothing to explain. Ivory is my wife. You're in our home uninvited. Leave. Your wife. Min Seo's voice rises. Hysterical edge. You married this Nigerian girl without telling us? Without family approval? Without honor? I don't need approval. I'm 32 years old. I make my own decisions. You made a mistake. Sung-min steps forward. Aggressive. Do you know what this means? Sun-hee's family is furious. The alliance is broken. Everything father built with them is destroyed because you married some random African woman. Watch your mouth, Ji-hoon warns. Tone dropping. Dangerous. Or what? Sung-min challenges. You'll threaten your own brother, if necessary. Dae-hyun raises a hand. Silence. He approaches Ivory. Studies her like she's an insect under glass. Did he tell you about Sun-hee? Ivory glances at Ji-hoon. He's rigid, jaw clenched. No, she admits. Of course not. Dae-hyun smiles. Cruel, satisfied. Sun-hee Choi, daughter of the most powerful Korean family in Seoul. Beautiful, educated, perfect bloodline. Her family and ours arranged marriage 2 years ago. Merge our empires, secure our future. I refused, Ji-hoon says flatly. You ran away like a coward. Min Seo's tears now, angry tears. You came to Lagos to hide, to embarrass us, and now this, marrying beneath yourself just to spite us? Ivory flinches. Beneath yourself. The words cut deeper than they should. She's not beneath me, Ji-hoon says, voice low, controlled fury. She's Nigerian. Min Seo spits the word like it's dirty. African. Do you know what people will say? That Ryu Ji-hoon was so desperate he married a black woman. Enough. The command silences even Min Seo. Ji-hoon's eyes are black fire. You will not speak about my wife that way. Not in my home, not anywhere. Your wife. Sung-min laughs bitterly. This isn't a real marriage. It can't be. You met her what, 2 months ago? You probably paid her to pretend. Sung-min looks at Ivory. Pulls out his wallet. How much did he pay you? I'll double it. Triple it. Just sign divorce papers and disappear. Ivory's hands shake. From anger or humiliation she doesn't know. She opens her mouth to respond. Ji-hoon speaks first. Put your money away before I break your hand. The threat is real. Sung-min sees it. Backs off. Hae-won, silent until now, speaks. Her voice is soft, reasonable. Ji-hoon, we understand you're angry at the family, but this is not the solution. Divorce this girl, marry Sun-hee, restore honor. All can be forgiven. There's nothing to forgive because I've done nothing wrong. You've brought shame. I've chosen my own life. Ji-hoon's control cracks, volume rising. You don't control me anymore. You haven't controlled me since I left Seoul 10 years ago. Then we'll cut you off, Dae-hyun says. Calm, final. No more family support, no protection, no access to our resources. You'll be alone. Good. The word hangs in the air. Min Seo gasps. You would choose this stranger over your family? She's not a stranger. She's my wife. And yes, I choose her. Ivory's heart does something complicated, painful and warm at the same time. He's defending her, really defending her. Even though this is just business, just a contract, he's choosing her. Dae-hyun's face hardens. You have 1 month. End this embarrassment, or you're dead to us. I've been dead to you my entire life. Nothing changes. Min Seo makes a broken sound, turns away, crying. Sung-min glares at both of them. This isn't over. Yes, it is. Ji-hoon points to the elevator. Get out. Don't come back. Dae-hyun straightens his suit. Looks at Ivory one last time. You've destroyed my son. I hope you're happy. They leave. Elevator doors closing on Minseo's sobs. Silence, heavy, crushing. Ivory is shaking, can't stop. Ji-hun is breathing hard. Fists clenched at his sides. I'm sorry, Ivory whispers. For what? For causing problems with your family. He looks at her, something raw in his expression. They were always a problem. You just gave me an excuse to finally cut them off. But they'll disown you because of me. I don't care. Your mother was crying. My mother cried when I got a B in math. Tears are her manipulation tactic. I stopped falling for it years ago. Ivory sits. Legs won't hold her anymore. They called me beneath you. You're not. They said you married me to spite them. Partially true. Is any of this real? Or am I just a weapon in your family war? He sits beside her. Close. Closer than necessary. You were a weapon. Past tense. Now you're... He doesn't finish. I'm what? Complicated. What does that mean? It means I don't know anymore. The contract was simple. The reality isn't. His honesty surprises her. I don't know what I am either, she admits. I came here to save my father, 2 years and out. But now? Now? Now I made jollof rice for you and felt happy when you ate it. Now I wait for you to come home just to have someone to talk to. Now your family hates me, and you defended me, and I don't know if that's real or acting. It's real. The words are quiet. Certain. How do you know? Because if this was still just business, I would have let them insult you, would have signed divorce papers, would have married Sun Hee to make my life easier. Why didn't you? Because somewhere in the last 2 months, you stopped being a contract and became a person I actually care about. Ivory's breath catches. He stands. Runs a hand through his hair. Frustrated. This wasn't supposed to happen. What wasn't? Caring, feeling. You were supposed to be easy, simple, a means to an end. And now? Now you make pepper soup that burns my tongue, and I eat it anyway. Now you smile at me, and I forget why I'm supposed to keep distance. Now I come home early just to see if you're here. She stands too, faces him. I think about you all the time, she confesses. When you're gone, when you're here. I made a deal for 2 years, and somewhere it became more, and I don't know when or how. They're inches apart. This complicates everything, he says. I know. We should maintain distance, keep this professional. We should. But I don't want to. Neither do I. He cups her face. Gentle. First time he's touched her like this. I'm going to kiss you. Not for show. Not for a contract. Just because I want to. Say no if you don't want this. She doesn't say no. He kisses her. Soft. Careful. Like she's something precious. Like she's not a contract wife. Like she's real. They don't talk about the kiss. Not that night. Not the next day. But everything changes anyway. Ji-hun starts coming home for dinner. Every night. Sits across from her. Eats her cooking. Asks about her day. Really asks. Really listens. How was class? Good. Professor said my business proposal was top of the class. His smile is small but proud. Of course it was. She tells him about her coursework. He tells her about his business. Sanitized version. No violence, no blood. Just logistics and territories and deals. They're talking like real people, real partners. Week 9. He teaches her Korean words. Annyeonghaseyo. Hello. She repeats it. Butchers the pronunciation. He laughs. Real laugh. First time she's heard it. Again, slower. Annyeonghaseyo. Annyeonghaseyo. Close enough. She teaches him Yoruba in return. Karo. Good morning. His pronunciation is perfect. Of course it is. You already knew that, she accuses. Maybe. You speak Yoruba? Some. Picked it up over the years, but I like hearing you teach me. Why? Because your face lights up when you talk about your culture. Week 10. They watch a movie together. Korean thriller, subtitles in English. She falls asleep halfway through, head on his shoulder. He doesn't wake her, just carries her to her room when the movie ends, tucks her in like she's something fragile. Watches her sleep for a moment before leaving. Week 11. She's studying late. He's working on his laptop nearby. Comfortable silence. She yawns, exhausted. Go to sleep, he says without looking up. I need to finish this chapter. It'll be there tomorrow. Professor expects... Ivory, sleep. She closes her laptop, stretches, stands to leave. He catches her hand, pulls her back. She stumbles, lands half on his lap. They freeze, too close. Heart's pounding. His hand is on her waist, her hands on his chest. I should go, she whispers. Should, but doesn't move. Neither does he. This is a bad idea, he says. Probably. The contract says separate. Forget the contract. He kisses her. Deeper than last time. Hungrier. She kisses back. Inexperienced but eager. His hand slides to her lower back. Presses her closer. She gasps. He swallows the sound. When they break apart, both breathing hard, he rests his forehead against hers. We should stop. We should. But I don't want to. Neither do I. So they don't. Month 3 begins. Ivory returns to in-person university classes. 2 days a week. Ji-hoon isn't happy about it. Too dangerous, he says. But he relents. Assigns 2 bodyguards to follow her discreetly. She pretends not to notice them. Tuesday. She's in class. Business strategy. Final year students. A guy sits next to her. Tundo. Handsome, friendly, Nigerian. You're new to in-person, yeah? I haven't seen you before. I was doing online. Just switched. Welcome. I'm Tundi. Ivory. They shake hands. After class, he walks with her to the parking lot. You need a ride? My car's over there. No thanks. My husband is picking me up. Husband? He looks at her hand. No ring. She pulls her hand away. Realizes Ji-hoon never gave her a ring. I'm married, she repeats, firmly. Tunde backs off. Hands up. Sorry, just being friendly. When Ji-hoon picks her up, she's quiet. What's wrong? He asks. Nothing. Doesn't look like nothing. She shows him her bare hand. You never gave me a ring. He's silent, jaw tight. That night he comes to her room, knocks first. She opens the door, surprised. He holds out a small box, black velvet. I should have given you this on the wedding day. She opens it. The ring is stunning. Platinum band, single diamond, elegant, simple, expensive. He takes it, slides it onto her finger. Perfect fit. Now everyone knows you're mine. I'm not an object. You're my wife. Same thing. She should argue. Should remind him this is temporary. But the ring feels good on her finger. Right. Thursday. Tunde approaches her again after class. I'm sorry about Tuesday. I didn't mean to overstep. It's fine. Can we be friends at least? Study partners? She hesitates, looks at her hand. The ring catches light. Sure. Friends. They exchange numbers. Study group coordination. That evening, Ji-hoon sees a text on her phone. It's sitting on the kitchen counter. Lights up. Tundi. Thanks for the notes. You're a lifesaver. Who's Tundi? His voice is ice. Ivory looks up from cooking. Classmate. We're in the same business strategy class. He's texting you about notes for class with a smiley face. It's just friendly. I don't like it. You don't have to like it. He's my friend. You don't need male friends. Excuse me? You heard me. Ivory turns off the stove. Faces him fully. I can have friends. You don't control who I talk to. You're my wife. On paper, for 2 years. This isn't a real marriage, remember? You said so yourself. The words hang between them. Sharp, cutting. His expression hardens. You're right. It's not real. Do whatever you want. He leaves, grabs his keys, slams the door. Doesn't come home that night. Ivory lies awake, regretting her words, because it doesn't feel fake anymore. Hasn't felt fake for weeks. But she hurt his pride, his possessiveness. And now he's gone. Friday afternoon. Ivory is leaving class. Tunde walks with her to the parking lot, talking about the upcoming group project. She's half listening, still thinking about last night's fight with Ji-hoon. He didn't come home, didn't call, didn't text. She's worried and angry and confused all at once. Ivory! Tunde's shout snaps her back. 3 men block their path. Nigerian, rough, dangerous. Your Korean husband, one says. He thinks say him big man for Lagos? She backs up, heart pounding. Tell him say Lagos no be him papa house. We go collect wet nim owe us. I don't know what you're talking about. The man grabs her arm. Rough, bruising, Tunde steps forward. Let her go. The second man shoves Tunde. He falls. Suddenly, screeching tires. Black SUV appears. Doors fly open. Jihoon's bodyguards emerge. 3 of them. The attackers run. 1 bodyguard chases. The other 2 surround Ivory. You okay, madam? She nods, shaking. Another car pulls up. Jihoon jumps out before it fully stops. He's in suit. No tie. Disheveled. Like he rushed here. Where is she? Where? He sees her. Runs over. Are you hurt? Did they touch you? I'm fine. Did they touch you? He's checking her arms. Her face. Looking for injuries. Just my arm. They grabbed it, but... He sees the bruise forming. Red marks. Fingerprints. His expression goes black with rage. Get her home, he orders his men. Now, I'll handle this. Where are you going? To find the men who touched you. Jihoon, stay home. Don't leave the penthouse until I return. He kisses her forehead. Quick, possessive. Then he's gone. The bodyguards drive her and Tunde home. Drop Tunde first. You sure you're okay? Tunde asks, worried. I'm fine. Thank you for trying to help. That's your husband? Tunde saw Jihoon's face. The fury. Yes, he's intense. You have no idea. At the penthouse, she waits. Hours pass. Midnight. 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Finally, elevator dings. Jihoon enters. Knuckles bloody. Suit jacket gone. Shirt torn. But alive. She runs to him. What happened? Are you hurt? I'm fine. Your hands. It's not my blood. She doesn't ask whose blood it is. Leads him to the bathroom. Makes him sit. Cleans his knuckles with warm water and antiseptic. He doesn't flinch. You didn't have to do that, she says quietly. Yes, I did. Why? Because they touched you. Because they scared you. Because you're mine to protect. I thought this wasn't real. I thought we were just business. He catches her hand. Stops her cleaning. Looks at her with raw honesty. It stopped being business the moment I thought you might be hurt and my world ended. She's crying now. I'm sorry about last night. What I said... You were right. This started as a contract. But it's not anymore. It hasn't been for a while. What is it now? Real. Complicated. Terrifying. But real. She kisses him. Salt from her tears mixing with the kiss. He pulls her into his lap. Holds her tight. I was across the city when I got the call. He murmurs against her hair. I drove like a madman. Couldn't breathe thinking something might happen to you. I'm okay. You're not going back to in-person classes. Jihoon, I'm not negotiating. Online only. You finish your degree from here where I know you're safe. You can't control. I can. I will. You're too important to risk. Important for the contract? He pulls back. Looks at her. Important to me. The distinction matters. Changes everything. After that night, they stop pretending. Jihoon moves her things into his room. Not asking. Just does it while she's studying. She comes back to find her clothes in his closet. Her books on his nightstand. What are you doing? Separate rooms are stupid. You're sleeping here from now on. What about the contract? He tears the contract in half, tosses it in the trash. There's your contract. We agreed. I'm changing the terms. You're my wife. You sleep in my bed. End of discussion. She should argue. Should remind him about boundaries. But she doesn't want to. That night, they share a bed for the first time. He pulls her against his chest, wraps around her. Sleep, he commands. She does. Best sleep she's had in months. Weeks pass. They fall into rhythm. Domesticity. Morning. He wakes her with kisses. Sometimes more than kisses. She's still a virgin. He's patient, letting her set the pace. But they explore. Touch. Learn each other. Afternoon. She studies. He works from home more often now. Doesn't like being away from her after the attack. Evening. They cook together. He's learning Nigerian food. She's learning Korean dishes. Fusion kitchen, fusion life. Night. They talk in the dark, sharing pieces of themselves. Tell me about your mother, she asks one night. She died when I was 10. Cancer. I'm sorry. Don't be. She was cold even when she was alive. My father's wife, not my mother. There's a difference. You didn't feel loved? I felt like a chess piece, moved where they wanted, used for family advantage. Never just Ji-hoon. Just a boy. She kisses his jaw. I see you. Just Ji-hoon. Just a man. His arms tighten around her. No one's ever said that to me. Another night. He asks about her mother. She was warm, Ivory says. Everything your mother wasn't. She laughed loud, hugged tight, made everyone feel special. You miss her every day. When she was dying, she made me promise to live fully, to love without fear, to choose happiness. Ivory pauses. Realizes. I think marrying you is keeping that promise. How? This started from desperation. It started from love. Love for my father, sacrifice for family, and now it's becoming love for you. The confession hangs in the air. He doesn't respond. Just kisses her. Deep, thorough. Words he can't say spoken through touch. Month 4. Things get physical, slow, careful. He's experienced. She's not. But he makes it good, makes it about her pleasure. The first time she cries after, not from pain, from emotion. He holds her, whispers Korean words she doesn't understand but feels anyway. Later he translates, Sarangi, I love you. She falls asleep in his arms, wakes up to him watching her. That's creepy, she mumbles. Can't help it. You're beautiful. Even with drool on my face? Especially then. Domestic, simple, real. Everything they weren't supposed to be. Month 5. Reality intrudes. Sun-hee arrives in Lagos. Unannounced, unexpected, unwanted. Ivory is home alone when the elevator dings. A woman steps out. Stunning, Korean, perfect, designer everything, hair styled like she stepped from a magazine. Cold eyes that assess and dismiss Ivory in one glance. Who are you? Ivory asks. Sun-hee Choi. Ji-hoon's intended. I'm his wife. Sun-hee laughs. Sweet, poisonous. Oh, honey, you're his rebellion. I'm his destiny. You need to leave. Not until I speak with him. She sits, makes herself comfortable on Ivory's couch. Ivory calls Ji-hoon. No answer. In a meeting, probably. She texts, Your intended is here. Response is immediate. Be there in 10. Sun-hee looks around the penthouse. Judging. Nice place. Cold, though. Needs a woman's touch. Not that you'd know how. Excuse me? You're what? 24? 25? Playing house with a man you don't understand. He's using you, you know, to make me jealous, to anger his family. You're temporary. I'm his wife. For now. But Korean men always come back to their own kind. Culture, family, expectations. You can't compete with that. Ivory's hands shake. But she stands firm. If he wanted you, he'd be with you. He chose me. He chose convenience. I'm offering him forever. The elevator dings. Ji-hoon storms out, sees Sun-hee. His expression goes arctic. Get out! Sun-hee stands, graceful, smiling. Ji-hoon, it's been so long. Don't call me that. Leave. Now. I came all this way to see you. I don't care if you came from the moon. You're not welcome here. Our families are not my concern. Your father sent me. One last chance to fix this embarrassment. You're the embarrassment. Coming to my home uninvited, insulting my wife. Sun-hee's eyes flash to Ivory, then back to Ji-hoon. You'll regret this. Already regret wasting time talking to you. Leave before I have you removed. Fine, but know this. She can't give you what I can. Status, family, legacy. She's a phase. I'm forever. You're a stranger. Ivory is my home. The words hit Sun-hee like a slap. She recovers quickly. Smiles. We'll see how long that lasts. She leaves, finally. Silence. Ji-hoon goes to Ivory, cups her face. Are you okay? Did she hurt you? Just words. Words can hurt. I'm fine. She said things that made me think. What things? That I'm temporary. That you'll get tired of me. That I can't give you what a Korean wife could. Do you believe that? I don't know what to believe. He kisses her. Gentle. Then firm. Believe this. I don't want a Korean wife. I don't want status or family approval. I want you, just you. For how long? 2 years like the contract said? Forever, if you'll have me. Forever is a long time. Not long enough. She kisses him back, choosing to believe. Choosing him. Month 6. Ji-hoon does something unexpected. Saturday morning, he wakes Ivory early. Get dressed. Nice, but casual. Why? We're going somewhere. Where? Surulere. Her heart jumps. My father's house? Yes. Why? Because I need to do something properly. An hour later, they pull up to her father's modest house. Femi is shocked to see them. Ivory and Mr. Ryu, come in, come in. The house looks better. Painted, roof fixed, new furniture. Money Ivory sent. Her father's been using it wisely. They sit. Femi offers drinks. Ji-hoon declines. Sits forward. Serious. Mr. Adeyemi, I need to ask you something. Of course, anything. When I married your daughter, it was complicated. Not done properly. Not with your full knowledge or blessing. You saved my life, Mr. Ryu. You have my eternal gratitude. I don't want gratitude. I want permission. Femi looks confused. Ji-hoon takes Ivory's hand. I love your daughter. Truly, deeply. This started as an arrangement but became real. I want to spend my life with her. Not because of obligation. Because I choose her. Every day, Ivory's crying. She didn't know he was going to do this. I'm asking for your blessing, sir. Properly. As a son should ask his father-in-law. Femi's eyes fill with tears. You have it. You've always had it. You saved her, saved me, gave us a future. You love my daughter, I see it. She loves you, I see that too. You have my blessing. Ji-hoon stands, bows, Korean style, Gamsahamnida. Thank you. The next week, traditional Yoruba engagement ceremony, small, intimate. Ivory's family, a few friends, Ji-hoon in traditional agbada, deep blue, embroidered. He looks uncomfortable but determined. The elders perform the ceremony, breaking of kola nut, prayers, blessings in Yoruba. Do you accept this woman as your wife, to honor and protect? I do. Do you accept this man as your husband, to honor and stand beside? I do. Yoruba prayers wash over them. Wine is poured, shared, they're married, again, properly this time, with family, with blessings, with love. Ivory's father cries through the whole ceremony. After, he pulls Ji-hoon aside. Speaks in Yoruba. Ji-hoon's Yoruba is better than he lets on, understands perfectly. Thank you for loving my daughter the way her mother and I always hoped someone would. Ji-hoon responds in broken Yoruba. Moni ife re. I love her. That night, back at the penthouse, Ivory finds something on the bed. A document. New contract. She opens it. Marriage renewal between Ryu Ji-hoon and Ivory Adeyemi terms. Duration. Forever. No separate bedrooms, ever. We fight. We make up. We don't run. We choose each other. Every day. No more secrets. This is real. Signed, Ryu Ji-hoon. She signs it, crying, laughing. He finds her like that, pulls her close. No more contracts after this, he promises. Just us, she agrees. Forever. Month 7. They're happy. Building a life. Then his family makes one last move. An envelope is delivered. By hand. To the penthouse. Inside, photos. Ivory at university, at the market, at her father's house, crosshairs superimposed on every photo. A note. End the embarrassment, or she ends. Ji-hoon's face goes white, then red, then black with fury. Pack a bag, he tells Ivory. Now. What's happening? My family is threatening you. We're leaving Lagos until I handle this. No, I'm not running. This is my city, my home. They'll kill you to hurt me, then deal with them. But I'm not hiding. Ivory, I'm your wife, in every way that matters. If I run now, I'm telling them they were right. That I'm beneath you, that I don't belong. I won't do that. You're in danger. Then protect me. But don't hide me. He stares at her, seeing her clearly. Strong, brave, stubborn, his equal. He makes calls, rapid Korean, organizing. That night, he flies to Seoul. Leaves Ivory with 10 bodyguards. Be back in 3 days, he promises. Don't leave the penthouse. Come back to me, always. He kisses her, deep, desperate. Then he's gone. 3 days of silence. Ivory can't sleep, can't eat, just waits, prays he's safe. Day 3, evening, elevator dings. Ji-hoon returns. Exhausted, but unharmed. It's done, he says. What's done? My family. I signed away my inheritance, every claim to the family empire. I'm officially disowned. She gasps. You gave up everything? I gave up nothing that mattered. They can have their money and their businesses. I have you. That's everything. But no buts. I made my choice. You over them. Always you over them. Always. She throws herself into his arms. He catches her, holds tight. What happens now? She asks. Now we build our own empire. Here, in Lagos, legitimately. How? I've been planning it for months. Import-export business, fully legal. No more criminal ties. Your business degree? You're going to help me run it. Me? You're brilliant. You understand Lagos market. You understand Nigerian business culture. I need you. As your wife or your partner? Both. She pulls back, looks at him seriously. I want to be equals, not just your wife who helps. Real partners. Done. 50-50. Every decision together. She grins. You're serious? Completely. We'll register it under both names. Adeyemi Ryu Enterprises. Hyphenated? Why not? Fusion couple, fusion name. She kisses him, hard. I love you, she says. First time she said it out loud. His eyes close, like the words are a gift he didn't expect. Sarangi, he whispers back. Jongmal, Sarangi, I love you. I really love you. Months 7 through 10. They build. Register the company, secure licenses, establish connections. Ivory graduates university, top of her class. Jihyun throws her a party. Penthouse full of people. Her father, her friends, his few trusted associates. She's glowing, happy, free. This is your night, he tells her. You earned this. We earned this, she corrects. You made it possible. You made yourself possible. I just gave you space to shine. Their business launches. Import-export. Focus on Korean-Nigerian trade. Korean electronics and cars into Nigeria. Nigerian agricultural products and textiles to Korea. Legal, profitable, growing. Ivory handles Nigerian side. Jihyun handles Korean connections. Perfect partnership. One night they're working late in the home office they converted. Papers spread everywhere. Laptops open. She stretches. Yawns. We should sleep. 5 more minutes. You said that an hour ago. He looks up, smiles. Come here. She goes to him. He pulls her onto his lap. We did it, he says. Built something real, something good. We're just starting, I know. And I can't wait to see where we go. She leans her head on his shoulder. Content. Did you ever think we'd end up here? She asks. When you first saw me in that wrapper? No. I thought you'd be a means to an end. 2 years and done. What changed? You did. Every day you were more than I expected. Stronger, smarter, kinder. You broke through every wall I built. You weren't easy either. Cold, distant, terrifying. Still terrifying, sometimes, in a good way. He kisses her temple. I'm glad you walked into my penthouse that night. Even though I offered you something you didn't want? You offered me everything I needed. I just didn't know it yet. Month 12. 1 year since the contract marriage. Jihyun plans something special. Tells Ivory to dress up, formal. She wears the emerald dress from their first public appearance. Still fits perfectly. He wears all black, always. Where are we going? She asks in the car. You'll see. They drive to Echo Atlantic. The beach side, a private section, closed off, lights everywhere, candles, flowers, a table set for 2, right on the sand, waves crashing nearby. What is this? 1 year ago today you walked into my home and changed my life. The contract anniversary. No. The day I met the woman I'd spend forever with. I just didn't know it then. They sit. Dinner is served by private chef. Nigerian and Korean fusion. Everything they've become. After dinner he stands, extends his hand. Music plays. Soft, romantic. They dance on the beach. Waves at their feet. Lagos lights behind them. I never thanked you, he says as they sway. For what? For being brave enough to save your father. For being strong enough to survive me. For being patient enough to wait for me to realize I loved you. You're thanking me for falling in love with you. I'm thanking you for everything. You gave me a life worth living. She's crying. Happy tears. You gave me safety, freedom, a future, a home. You are my home, he corrects. Wherever you are, that's where I belong. He stops dancing, drops to one knee, pulls out a box, different from the first ring. Opens it. Inside, stunning ring, Nigerian gold, Korean design, fusion, ivory Adeyemi. I asked you to marry me once out of necessity. I'm asking again out of love. Will you marry me? Really marry me, forever this time? She's laughing through tears. We're already married. Twice. Third time's the charm. Yes, always yes. He slides the new ring on. Next to the first one, 2 rings, 2 marriages, 1 love. They kiss on the beach as waves crash and Lagos celebrates around them. Month 24. Exactly 2 years since the original contract. The contract that was supposed to end today. Instead, Ivory is in the penthouse kitchen. Cooking. But not just cooking. Teaching. A cooking class. 10 Nigerian women, wives of Jihoon's business associates. She's teaching them Korean dishes. Fusion cooking. This is kimchi jjigae, she explains. Korean stew, but we're adding Nigerian pepper to give it more heat. The women laugh. Chop vegetables, ask questions. Ivory's business, cultural fusion cooking classes. Started 6 months ago, growing fast. Jihoon enters, home early, carrying folders, sees the chaos, smiles. Don't mind me. Continue. The women giggle, wave at him. He steals a taste of the stew, nods approval. Perfect, as always. After the class ends, women leaving with full stomachs and new recipes. Jihoon finds Ivory cleaning. He helps, washing dishes, drying, domestic, simple, theirs. 2 years ago today, he says casually. She smiles. I know, contract was supposed to end. Good thing we tore it up, best decision I ever made. She turns to him, drying her hands. I have something to tell you. His face goes serious, alert. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Everything's right. I'm pregnant. Silence. He stares, processing. Pregnant? 3 months. I found out last week. Wanted to wait to tell you until I was sure. His face transforms. Joy, pure joy. He picks her up, spins her, gentle but excited. We're having a baby. We're having a baby. He sets her down, hands immediately on her still flat stomach. Uri, our baby, half Nigerian, half Korean, fully loved, she adds, fully ours. That night, they're on the balcony, their spot, Lagos spreads below, home now, truly home. Do you ever regret it, she asks? Giving up your family, your inheritance, everything you could have had? I gave up nothing, he says firmly. I gained everything, you, our business, this life, our baby. That's wealth. Even if we'd stayed with the 2-year contract, wouldn't have lasted. I would have renegotiated after month 3. Month 3? When you made jollof rice and I realized I wanted to come home to you every night. She laughs. That early, that early. You? Month 2. When you defended me against your family. When you chose me. Best choice I ever made. She leans against him. His arms wrap around her. Hand on her stomach. What do you think? Boy or girl? Doesn't matter. They'll be perfect because they're ours. They'll be confused. Half Korean, half Nigerian. Growing up in Lagos with a MAFIA dad turned legitimate businessman and a contract wife turned real wife. They'll be loved. That's all that matters. Silence, comfortable, complete. You know what's funny? She says after a while. What? I walked into your penthouse wrapped in Ankara, offering myself for one night. Terrified, desperate, thinking I was sacrificing my life. And I found my life instead. Found you, found us, found home. Not bad for a business transaction. Best deal you ever made, only deal that mattered. He kisses her as Lagos lights twinkle below. 2 years ago, a contract, a debt, a desperate choice. Today, a marriage, a business, a baby, a life. Tomorrow, forever. They built an empire, not of crime, of love. And that, Ivory thinks as she watches their city shine, is worth more than any contract could ever promise. And that's Ivory and Jihoon's story. From debt to devotion, from contract to forever, from 2 years to a lifetime. Okay, Soul Heart Stories family, I need to know. Was Jihoon wrong to trap Ivory in marriage instead of one night? Drop wrong or justified in the comments. Would you marry a stranger to save your father's life? Yes or no? Team Jihoon's Korean family or Team Ivory's choice? Who was right? Where in the world are you watching from? Shout out your country or city. If this contract marriage turned real love story destroyed you in the best way, smash that like button right now. Not subscribed yet? Hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more Afro-Korean romance that'll wreck your heart and put it back together. Thank you for believing that love can start from impossible places. See you in the next story. Another journey, another love worth fighting for. This is Soul Heart Stories. Stay loved.